Hello everyone and welcome to another installment of Game Theory, where we can discuss our opinions on different video game theories. And for today's topic, I've actually chosen something that you may or may not even consider being a theory, but I have found that people have had varying opinions on. I am of course talking about the Mario timeline. Does the Mario franchise even have one? I have seen people try to put the games into their own official timeline, so I figured it was something that was at least worth debating. Mario really has always been the type of game that you would just play without ever really thinking of there being any connection between the games. Unlike Zelda and Metroid, Mario never typically followed any type of timeline, although there are titles that you could say can fit into a larger storyline such as Yoshi's Island. It's games like this that does suggest that there could be a timeline, albeit a loose one. Now I'll admit, I haven't gotten a Mario timeline myself, at the very least not a full one. Obviously, the early days when he was a carpenter named Jumpman who wasn't the nicest guy to the Kongs would be early on in the timeline, and Yoshi's Island would be right at the beginning. As far as the rest of the games, that would be to the player's discretion. As I said, I have seen people take the mainline games and put them into their own timeline. Surprisingly, what they come up with is not only imaginative, but could be seen as a pretty concrete story. But I see Mario more in the same boat as a cartoon, to where each adventure is its own. And each one will always have their own references and Easter eggs that will be a callback to another adventure, plus the characters each having their own backstories and lore that will always transcend through each game. And I feel that Miyamoto never intended for Mario to even have a timeline, but for his games to just be fun. Especially if you take a look at the history of Mario's creation to see that there was no grand, big storyline, just a game for people to enjoy. Honestly, if you really wanted to get crazy with it, you could even say that the Mario spin-off games was actually a part of other Mario universes. But then again, that's just if you really wanted to think outside the box. So what are your thoughts on it? Do you see it as one full timeline, a multiverse of timelines, or just separate games with separate adventures? Let me know in the comments section below. Also be sure to like and subscribe, and remember to keep gaming.